What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is actually Black Friday, so you guys are seeing this much later than when it's actually being filmed. Today I am in search for a new phone. I currently have a Samsung Galaxy S5, which yes, I know is an old phone. They are out with like the 10 or 11 right now, but I only paid $35 for this phone in 2015, so I've had it a very long time. This is actually my first ever smartphone that I could go on the internet, had a large screen like this. I traded in my NV2 for this, which is why I got this for $35. So I'm looking for a new phone. I need some more storage space. I need to be able to do everything for our business as far as Instagram and all the apps that I need. I'm just running out of storage space. So I am looking for an iPhone. I need to be able to fly the drone that we have. I can't do this on this and I have to rely on Brian's phone. So it's time to look for some kind of iPhone. We'll see what deals are happening today. See, look, this is the XR. I don't even know what that is, but it's 550 bucks.
For which one?
For this XR.
What's the difference?
I don't know. That's a lot of money for... I'm not too big into the iPhones, so I don't really know all the stuff on it. Here's an iPhone 8, but this is the rose gold
iPhone
one.
11. Well, that's okay. They have different colors.
One-time payment, $400. I don't know if they have any... I don't know if that's the deal going on or not.
Yeah, this is the one you've seen online.
Yeah, but $400.
But the iPhone 7 was $350.
Yeah.
So
Do
you're
they
gonna
even
pay
have an
$50.
iPhone 7? I need an iPhone. Well, yeah, if it's only $50
You can go
difference.
ask them.
How much is this? An iPhone 11? $1,000.
$1,000.
Why would you spend $1,000? This thing's gonna be worth like 20 bucks next
But
week.
this one's only $700.
Yeah.
So this is
Jeez.
a Pro.
That's just not
This
worth it
one's
to me.
$550.
All I need is just a bunch of storage for apps and fly the drone.
But you're gonna have to get a case because these things break like.
Yeah. I know, my Samsung is so durable. I drop it every day.
Wow, these Galaxies are actually more expensive than the iPhone.
Jeez,
$600.
$600? I have an S5. This is an S9.
And
but
this one is $750 for the S10.
Jeez. For that price, I might as well get an iPhone because at least I can fly the drone with it, and it's more compatible with my Mac. They don't even sell the iPhone 7 in the store now. Brian actually has an iPhone 7, and he got it last year. They had it, or they carried it in the store for like 250 bucks. And now they're gone, so they're out with the 8s now. Is that $400?
$400 for the iPhone 7 32 gigabyte.
But you see, at that point, I might as well get an 8 because it has more internal storage space and the wireless charging.
It's the same price.
All right, so store number one, what we have found is that the iPhone 7 is not carried in the store. We're gonna go to Verizon and see if they have it. What was that? Oh, my phone. Dropped my phone. So see, if I dropped an iPhone, it'd probably break, but I drop this every day. And it is still not broken.
Get a good phone case.
Yeah. So far it appears that the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 are the same price. Might as well get an iPhone 8 because it has the wireless charging, which I can do in my Tacoma. And when I get my C8, it will have that as well. But I'm not looking for anything crazy. I don't need that XR or the 10 or whatever. I just need enough storage space for the apps that I use. And that's about it, flying the drone. I don't really care about too much more than that. Since I've had this phone for 4.5 years, and this is the same phone that I used to do my first ever YouTube review video in 2015. That's how old this phone is. We were filming with these until we got the camera I'm using right now, my Sony a5100. So it turns out Verizon is actually more expensive. They have no deals and they don't carry the iPhone 7 anymore. I was kind of hoping to go with that one for the price difference, but if I get one online, it's the same price as an iPhone 8. So I think I've narrowed it down to the iPhone 8. So I'm looking at around the $400 mark for an iPhone 8. Now I just have to figure out the best place to get it. So we're going to do some other shopping for today, and then I'll catch up with you guys once I figure out what I'm going to get.
You said you're with Verizon?
Yes.
Are you buying the phone outright, or are you wanting to do installments?
Just
phone outright?
Outright.
Unless you don't mind changing your number, Verizon's doing a free iPhone 8 if you get a new number, like a new line on your Verizon account.
No,
you have to get a new number.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my number. Yeah. So that would be completely free with the, I guess, add a line?
Right, yeah.
Dang. I don't want to change my number.
Oh,
yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. You'd figure they do something for people that have been with Verizon.
Yeah.
Longer.
I've had this phone number like 12 years.
Yeah,
I would change my phone number.
Yeah?
Over $400?
We'll just do the phone today.
481.
The fun part, huh?
81.
It is a few days later now, and I decided not to pull the trigger on getting the iPhone 8. I was either going to spend $480 at one store or $520 at a different store. There were absolutely no deals going on for phones during the Black Friday weekend, and I couldn't justify spending that much money for a phone. If you're going to be doing that, you know, all the power to you, but for me, personally, I just don't see spending that kind of money on a phone. It just doesn't make sense to me, especially some of these phones even going for $1,000. I just can't simply justify doing that. There's not much more that an iPhone 8 can do either than the current 4-year-old cell phone that I have, other than having the 64 gigabytes of internal storage space versus my 16. So what I did the very next day, I decided to start going through my phone and seeing what could I possibly do to free up storage space and to see if I can do something to fix my phone so that way I can continue to use it. So I started going through and just going through all the files and everything on the internal storage because I had 15.7 gigabytes of the 16 being used. So I had virtually no storage space. So I started scrolling through my phone, going through anything from downloads that had things going on in the background, taking up a gigabyte or a megabyte here and there, and just started going through and deleting all of that. I ended up freeing up about 3 gigabytes of space from my phones, and I was able to add a couple apps that were very important that I needed to use. One of those included a flashlight and a calculator. I know those sound pretty stupid, but my phone didn't even have enough storage space for that. But I was able to get Facebook Messenger as well, so I can do messages, especially when I sell things on Facebook, like on Marketplace. I always had to rely on using my computer. And I also found that pictures and videos took up about 3 gigabytes of space. So I worked on putting some videos and pictures that I wanted to keep, transferring those to my computer and deleting them off my phone. So the moral of the story here is I went out searching for a new phone when nothing was wrong with my 4-year-old $35 Samsung Galaxy S5. I know technology is constantly changing. By the time I get, Brian got an iPhone 7 last year. You can't even get those anymore. The 8s are the same price. So the 7 is already outdated. It's not worth anything. And that's only 1 year later. So I get all this cool technology. Everything's growing, constantly getting better. But at the same time, sometimes it's not. I don't see the need. That's a lot of money for a cell phone to not really be able to do much more. And that leads me to the last app that I was able to download onto my phone. I never knew you could do this with an Android. I downloaded the DJI Go 4 app. So that app theoretically allows me to fly the drone without having to use an iPhone. That was completely new information to me when I kept saying, I need an iPhone, I have to fly the drone. Well, let's go ahead and test this out because I am super excited to fly the drone with an Android. So something new on the drone that I never even saw, if you go on this one side where the SD card is, there's a button here with an RC on one side and Wi-Fi on the other. RC is for remote control, obviously Wi-Fi is self-explanatory. So with the RC, you can use this remote here, put your phone in there, and you have actual buttons to be able to raise and lower the drone and turn it 360, fly like that. And obviously you get a ton better range with the antennas that are on the controller. The only problem is the adapter that goes from the controller to a phone is an adapter for an iPhone or an iPad, some kind of Mac product like that. So I am unable to use this controller with my phone. I have ordered an adapter for the remote to go to my Android, so I'll be making a video later on actually hooking that up and seeing how that works. But for right now, I have it on Wi-Fi, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn the drone on first, then I'm going to go to my Wi-Fi, but with the Wi-Fi on, the drone has its own Wi-Fi, so you're easily able to connect to it. I just have to make sure it pops up here. So I have it connected to the drone right now, and then going into the drone app, I can hit Go Fly, basically enter the device. And with everything on right now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the auto takeoff, slide that, and we have a fully functioning drone. So this is pretty cool. I have to figure out, I can easily turn it around here, and then my only concern with this is the range. I'm not sure how far I can actually fly this just using my cell phone and the Wi-Fi, which is why I want to get the adapter to be able to control this. Obviously using that, I like to fly the drone over water a lot, and I don't want to have to rely on just having my cell phone. but this is pretty awesome. I wanted to get an iPhone in order to fly the drone, and with this adapter, hopefully I don't have to because I'll have the remote as well. So this is pretty awesome. If you have an Android and you like to fly drones, you don't have to get an iPhone. This is awesome. I never knew that you could do this. So that is just my mini test flying the drone with my Android device. We'll go ahead and bring it to a landing. Let's see here. I think I just go all the way down. It's much different than the remote control, but I think that's what I do. There we go. Automatically landing. So that is pretty awesome. Alright, so that is going to wrap up today's video. Going phone shopping, it turns out I wasn't that big of an idiot. I actually saved myself $500 by deleting a whole bunch of stuff on my phone and being able to download the app to fly the drone. That is the coolest thing. I never knew you could do that with an Android device. So I'll be making a whole separate video on how to actually hook that up with the new cable that I have coming in. That only cost me about $20 versus having to spend $500 for a phone just to have the same capabilities I do with my S5. So that's awesome that I didn't have to go out and do that, and I can still continue to use my $35 phone. I also have a new microphone as well that we're testing out in video, so hopefully the video quality is much better now. I really like the fact that I could walk to the end of the driveway and face away from you guys and still have the audio going. So I think that's pretty cool as well. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. We also have free shipping on all of our merchandise for the rest of the year. Link in the description below, it definitely helps us out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.